Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free, with golden soil and a well for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests and graduates, I would like to invite Uncle Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country.
Thank you. Budru Molinawul, everyone. Good morning. And Nalawa, welcome to the lands of the Wallamedigal. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people, and to thank the university for their acknowledgement of us and the invitation to welcome you here this morning. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated. My family, in fact, descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Brewer clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. So he enrolled his daughter, Bulungari, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up by Governor Macquarie in 1815, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them, and it became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your advancement is our advancement. Your progress, our progress. Now, this is probably better understood in more traditional times when clan groups were smaller and abided by strict sharing laws, which meant that the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community. And you, in turn, were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 250 years ago, he encountered a people whom he described as one of the happiest people he'd ever met. They owned nothing, he wrote, but the tools they carried. They were naked, made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, and fed their families from the earth without excessive tilling or clearing. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, and no homelessness. Armies were unheard of, as were forts, jails, or even fences. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands are maintained in their natural state through fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them, as they have done here, for the past 20,000 years. So this is not some idealised dream or vision. This is normal life for us and for the longest time. And there is no reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us. However, we're a clever people, and there is still much magic in the world, I like to believe. So graduates, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is good, and we are naturally a happy and healthy people. also quite good at looking after each other and the planet. So let's do that. Just can I ask you to share your skills with the rest of us and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. Do this and I'm confident we can put together a future that is worthy of our children and a world we can be proud of. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine by winding up and letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you and all the best in our collective futures. Thank you. Yano.
I am pleased to introduce Chancellor of Macquarie University, Dr. Patterson Pattinson, AC.
Well, hello. Are we happy to be here? Yes, absolutely. Let me start off by thanking again Chris. Your welcome to country is always warm and incredibly thoughtful, and I think leaves us with many things to reflect on. You do us a great honour by so generously participating, and on behalf of all of us here and the broader university community, I'd like to thank you again. The welcome to country that we've just heard from Chris is a reminder of the long history of the land on which we meet, of the history of its custodians, the Darug people, and in particular of the charge they have given us to use this land well for learning, teaching and discovery. So let me start by welcoming each and every one of you here to the Macquarie University campus. Most importantly though, I want to offer a warm welcome and hearty congratulations to our graduates meeting today on this magnificent occasion of celebration. Welcome. Completing a degree is never easy. It requires determination and perseverance, hard work and dedication to purpose. Each and every one of you has a reason to feel very proud of your accomplishments, and I can assure you that the university and the university community is also very proud of what it is that you've achieved. Many of you are fortunate enough to be here in the company of family and friends. For others of you though, travel restrictions and distance may mean that this may not have been possible. But for all of you, even the most challenging moments of your study, these people, your family, your friends, your community will have made your journey easier. So to all the family and friends of graduates here today, let me express the university's welcome to you. Great to have you here. To our graduating students, the support you've received is a reminder that while our individual efforts are very important, as Chris said, much of what we will achieve in our lives will happen because we support one another and because we work together, because we live together as a community. And it's important to maintain that sense of mutual support, especially in times of turbulence. Whether it's the increasingly divergent political landscapes we see around the world today, reflected in the rise of populism, authoritarianism, and a return to nation-state conflict, whether it's working to respond to global health crises or the challenges of climate change, or whether it's just simply working out how we re-engage with one another after the experiences of the last 2 years. The world in which we live today has been severely disrupted compared to what we've experienced over the last 75 years. Now, every generation thinks that the times they live in are particularly complex, but there's no doubt in my mind that we confront a remarkably complex environment today. How we as individuals, communities and countries navigate these challenges will be central to our shared prospects for peace and prosperity, wherever we live. So I hope that your university education, along with your broader direct academic experience here and before Macquarie, strengthen your sense of the importance of working together for the benefit of communities, our nation and the world. As you go out into the world as graduates of Macquarie University, your lives will inevitably get busy with the minutiae of life. Your jobs, your relationships, your families, and so on. But I'd urge you all to keep an eye on these issues. Ask yourself, how can we each play our part in navigating through times of great turbulence? What are our responsibilities as graduates and scholars to creating a better world? How can we engage in dialogue as members of the Australian community, or as members of communities of other countries, or indeed as members of the global community? Respectful engagement and constructive dialogue are central to solving the big problems that we face as a global community. And I would urge all of you graduates, as you go out into that world, to draw on the skills and experiences that you have gained here at Macquarie and throughout your entire education journey to participate fully in those discussions. We must all be willing to share our skills and knowledge and to bring our expertise to the table. We must all be prepared to continue to intellectually grow, to be good listeners, to learn from others, and to respect a diversity of views. Of course, we have to expect that some differences of opinion are inevitable, but we can acknowledge that and still commit ourselves to working for the common good. To do that, though, one needs strength. And as the great African-American writer and Nobel Prize winner Toni Morrison told another university gathering in 1996, and I quote, "Service to the individual, to the government, to the world requires unwavering commitment to intellectual freedom, to virtues already being debased by apathy or mindless rage, virtues of integrity, of honour, of faith, of selflessness and courage." I think these are wonderful words, and I urge you all to remember them as you go forth into the world. On that note, it's my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Jan Patterson, Principal Coach Mentor for the Department of Education. Jan has been an educator for 37 years. She began her teaching career as a history teacher at Miller Technology High School and went from there to work in rural areas before returning to Sydney as a head teacher of history. Jan has had a variety of roles within the Department of Education, including an award-winning project with Macquarie University and a cluster of schools here on the Northern Beaches. More recently, she was principal of Davidson High School for 9 years and was then appointed as the Director of Educational Leadership in Metropolitan North. This year, Jan has taken on the relatively new role of Principal Coach Mentor, working with newly appointed principals across the state to support them in meeting the complex demands of the job. Please welcome Ms. Jan Patterson to deliver our occasional address.
Good morning. It's so lovely to see you people here today graduating in 2022. Sometimes in the last couple of years we've never thought we were going to get there, so look forward to this day and celebrating with you. I'd like to acknowledge the presiding officer, members of the faculty, staff, distinguished guests, and most importantly, you and your family and friends. It's a privilege to be here today to celebrate your graduation day. Being asked to give the occasional address was quite a surprise and made me stop and think about what I would like to share with you today. The message I would like you to take away today is that teaching is a two-way street. While your job is to shape the lives of young people and influence their learning, you will find that you learn many life lessons from your students too. In preparing for today, it was a chance to reflect on the incredible impact the many students who have walked through my life have had on me. So what have I learnt from the amazing students who have been in my care? I have learnt that teenagers get really bad press, that they can be intensely generous and selfless. They care enormously about the world around them and those in it, and they change it for the better every single day. They have taught me that first, second, and even third impressions can still leave you with no clue of what lies beneath and what's going on in their minds. Sometimes all you have to do is provide the opportunities and stand clear. When you give someone the chance to fly, the most unexpected students are capable of spectacular flight. I've learnt that a sense of humour, understanding and a genuine belief that you're in it together is far more important than a carefully prepared PowerPoint presentation. I have learnt that while we are watching, caring for and helping our students are watching, caring for and helping us. They are first to provide words of comfort and support when needed and enjoy the successes we experience too. I have learnt that one of the most important things you can do for students in your care is to connect with them and learn what makes them tick. Equally important is to show them who you really are. Learning is truly a collaborative process. I have learnt that my students have far more to contribute than I ever will. I have learnt to follow where they lead and be proud of their insight and ideas. I don't always have to know the answer, which is always a huge relief. They are capable of finding things for themselves and finding their way. I have learnt that students are out doing something every single day and documenting it relentlessly. I have learnt that I have no idea about Snapchat and don't really care. I have learnt that my worst and toughest days can be turned around by a conversation or a smile, something that students and families are always willing to give. Students added to and changed my life every day as a teacher. I've learnt that what we do and how we are with students has a huge influence on them and how they develop. A small thing that you do can mean everything to them. Students remember how we made them feel rather than what they learnt. You never actually know what impact a smile that you give or a word of encouragement at the right moment might have on a young person in your life. We have more power to influence than we sometimes realise. My final story relates to a young student, Abby, and the small thing that I did that changed how she saw herself and how she perceived herself as a learner. So as a principal, 2 worst times of the year was the middle of the year and the last year, and it revolves around reading 900 reports that came to sit on my desk. To make the whole process palatable, I created a good list and a naughty list, just like Santa. And the good list, I'd have my academic superstars, and I would also have students who were doing their absolute best, doing their homework, handing in assignments on time, but they were never going to be the academic stars, but they were giving it a good go every day. And the naughty list needs no explanation. After I created my good and naughty list, I would send a letter home to all the students on my good list. Different letter for every year group, different letter every reporting season. Words of encouragement to say that I had noticed that they had been doing everything that they should do. And didn't very often get much feedback. Occasional smile in the playground, I got your letter, miss, or something like that. But one particular time, Abby, who was a very average student, in fact had some learning difficulties, and she did her best every single day. Perfect attendance record, assignments on time every time. Was never getting an A, but was always getting steady C's and B's, and she gave her best effort to everything that she did. So she was clearly on my good list. So I sent the letter home, and the next day I get an email from her father. And this is probably the most powerful moment in my life as a teacher. And he sent me an email saying he'd been away travelling, and he got home last night, and the letter was on the fridge, the prized position in the house. And he said he sat down and cried, that his daughter had worked hard her entire school life and no one had ever recognised the effort that she had put in. And I thought this one thing, that was just one small thing that I did, changed Abby's life and changed the way she thought about herself as a learner. She actually tried even harder and academically picked up some awards as she went through school. She was always on the good list, and her father contacted me every time a letter went home. So for me, that was a really defining moment to make me think, I changed that girl's life and about how she thought about herself as a learner in my school. So you have the opportunity as a teacher to make a difference to so many, many lives, and I urge you to embrace that opportunity. I have enjoyed every moment of my teaching career, and it's provided challenges and opportunities as I've gone along, but there is nothing better than knowing that you have changed a child's life for the better. Good luck in your future endeavours. I will leave you with this final thought from Carl Menninger: what the teacher is more important than what he teaches. Good luck.
I think that's a remarkably strong message to leave with us. And I think it's not just about teachers in the sense of the education profession, but all of us as we engage with others. Jan, I think your message about authenticity and engagement and the collaborative nature of education are incredibly spot on. I would do a call out though and say, even those of us who are on the naughty list somehow can come through, and if we do, it's because we find that somebody engages with us and captures us, and the most likely person to do that is a teacher. So for those of you who are heading off on that pathway, the responsibility you have in the palm of your hand in shaping young lives is not to be underestimated. But Jan, let me, on behalf of everyone here, again thank you for your participation today and the great sort of set of reflections you've left with us. So thank you very much. As Chancellor of Macquarie University, one of the great joys of the role comes with presiding at ceremonies such as today and the conferring of degrees for those who have complied with the university's requirements for such awards. So I'm now going to call on our Acting Registrar, Dr. Leanne Holt, to formally certify the eligibility of all of those who have met for the requirements for the awards that are to be presented today.
Chancellor, I certify that all of the candidates being presented here today and those who were absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees please stand?
In the name of the Macquarie University Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degree for which you have qualified. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Arts. I now call on Professor Albert Atkin, Deputy Dean of Education and Employability for the Faculty of Arts, to present the graduates. Professor Atkin.
Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Arts. Students and staff in this faculty work together within and across disciplinary boundaries to ask questions about socially complex problems. They identify paths of research, analyse and communicate ideas in creative formats, and reflect on the skills and knowledge they will need to understand the world, past, present, and future. Students are encouraged to use their skills and talents to connect with local and global communities. This faculty includes research and study areas in ancient history, anthropology, education, English, geography and planning, Indigenous studies, international studies, law, media, music, communication and cultural studies, modern history, politics and international relations, philosophy, sociology and security studies and criminology. Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Arts whom you have admitted to degrees or awarded diplomas. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology with the degree of Bachelor of Education Primary. Sarah Abrahams. Amina Aziz. Rebecca Biddle. Brandy Carmichael. Lucinda Connor. Hannah Flannery. Rachel Gatt. Samantha Goddard. James Goff. Annabelle Kinchington. Sally Newen. Dinah Niggam. Elena Prieto. Lucinda Rowe. Brooke Ryan. Anita Stevis. Olivia Sutton. Christina Tai. Laura Tierney. Angeline Tuano. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor Education, Primary. Alana Ahmed. Wahida Alami. Claudia Rose Allen. Sophie Amos. Jin Ju An. Hannah Billington. Nicola Cathlish. Lachlan Che. Jessica Coluccio. Eloise Cooper. Sarah Cooper. Javier Sueno. Adriana Corbello. Emma De Silva. Riley Debian. Samantha Deach. Stephanie Digby. Sophie Drago. Hannah Draper. Olivia LM. Jennifer Finlayson. Molly Fleckmore. Marnie Flotman. Marley Ford. Renaissance Frenzemeyer. Courtney Gardiner Pellew. Brianna Glavinovich. Tali Hamilton. Taylor Hendry. Sasha Haywood. Corinne Iluzzi. Georgia Jones. Caitlin Joyce. Stephanie Jumeau. Bobby Klein. Xanthia Crockmore. Joshua Lamb. Dania Lukic. Mano Zahid Malik. Nathan Martello. Samantha Majiri. Liam Mayo. Rebecca McCann. Brianna McEwen. Callum Meikle. Emma Meredith. April Micheluti. Saskia Moffat. Madeline Newell. Ashley O'Dwyer. Lisa Pivato. Ruby Quirk. Natasha Rubin. Hannah Rosalind. Elizabeth Rowe. Annalisa Scoccella. Margaret Sharp. Vienna Rose Simiana. Isaac Smith. Catherine Smith. Catherine Smith. Helena Thomas. Camille Tui Armstrong. Colleen Tringham. Leo Turner. Brooke Warwick. Kate Warsnop. Jordan Wykes. Ivy Shu. Natalie Young. Ezra Yulmas. Michael Zilba. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Education, Secondary. Charlotte Akopian. Zapida Azari. Jared Barr. Uri Bronotta. Jacinta Camboni. Curtis Carter. Brendan Clark. Natalie Dunimaglovska. Samuel Eli. Lachlan Field. Melissa Herder. Sabrina Huang. Georgina Humphreys. Taylor Jashan. Mary Rose Kinamoto Clamp. Monica Kumar. Vanessa Lamb. Samantha Lynch. Samuel Mason. Candice McKittrick. Uma Naganadhan. Owen Navar. Bradley North. Sarah Rahimi. Simone Sabah. Matilda Shepherd. Kate Struick. Jian Tan. Michael Takulia. Hrisovalantu Zanelli. Hayley Vane Tempest Stewart. John Weeks. Caitlin Weeks. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science with the degree of Bachelor of Education, Secondary. Ornina Atto. Phoebe Gooley. Ebru Gurla. Yeah. Sean Jacobian. Christina Hatchman. Wenqiang He. Caleb Henwood. Meghna Karanam Chandramarai. Rachel King. Caitlin Mills. Jackson Moss. Emily Owens. Cindy Mae Perez. Mia Rosillo. Rebecca Yeldwin. Amanda Youssef. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Education Primary. Nusrat Aga. Rachel Armour. Jordan Chu. Leslie Clark. Caitlin Famano. Angus Hohenbocken. Christy Hook. Saunders. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Education, Secondary. Carly Arvanitis. Alyssa Drake. Ashley Hastings. Francois Houchard. Catherine Jones. Clara Lim. Claire Philp. Casper Wang. Marie Zamet. Chancellor, that completes this morning's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Arts.
Chancellor, I call on Miss Samantha Lynch, who graduated with a Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Education Secondary, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Miss Samantha Lynch.
Chancellor, members of Macquarie University, fellow graduates and guests, it is an honour and a privilege to be able to deliver this address. I want to begin by acknowledging the academic staff at Macquarie who have undoubtedly supported and shaped each one of the graduates here today. On behalf of the cohort of 2022, thank you for your guidance. To Dr. Ian Hay and Dr. Faye Hadley, the amazing duo behind the Macquarie School of Education, I am truly thankful to you both for your expertise and encouragement, and yes, even the demands of the TPA. To Dr. Sue Olahead, your pedagogy and practice has allowed me to be the teacher that I am today, and for that, I thank you. And finally, to the graduating cohort of 2022, what a journey it has been. From our first tutorials and iLearn announcements, to drinking coffee at Wally's Walk before studying at Muse, or for those more adventurous, at UBA, to now as we gather here together, 2 years since the global pandemic began, we're here, we made it, we can call ourselves graduates. But as we venture beyond the comforts of Macquarie, we should reflect upon the initial question that our lecturers once prompted us to think about. What makes a great teacher? I remember back to first year, trying to find just the right word to sum up everything a teacher was and everything I inspired to be. But as I look back now, 2 years into being a full-time languages teacher at one of the best independent schools in Sydney, I want to share with you what I believe makes a great teacher. A great teacher can teach. But what does that mean? Well, as Macquarie graduates, I believe the skills of a great teacher are encompassed in its title, teach. T stands for think. Our studies at Macquarie have prepared us to be critical thinkers. Our pedagogies are based on evidence-based research and incorporate meaningful activities for our students. Whether we are designing a differentiated learning task or creative, supportive classroom environments, we think critically about how best to encourage our students. So then E stands for encourage. We encourage and support not only our students, but our colleagues each and every day. It could be helping that one student figure out that tricky maths problem or cheering them on at school sport. However, we know that our role as teachers go far beyond the walls of a classroom. A stands for adapt. Whether it be shifting from in-person tutorials to online learning, and for some, even online practicum experiences during our time at Macquarie, we can do it all. We have the skills to walk into a classroom and adapt our lesson plans, or if you're like me, find out you're taking Year 10 PDHPE 5 minutes before the bell rings in your best dress pants and high heels and still manage to win the volleyball game. Being able to adapt has become second nature for us. C stands for collaborate. We share ideas, resources, and not so long ago, questions on the iLearn General Discussion Forum. My fondest memory here at Macquarie will always be the collaboration I experienced as a member of the Education Society. I've made lifelong friends being part of this collaborative group of educators, and I'm lucky enough to be graduating along some of them today. And finally, H stands for hear. Every student is unique. Every student has a story. As teachers, we listen to our students and help further their individual stories with every lesson we teach and every experience we share. So I leave you today with a reminder that when you teach, you are not just a classroom teacher. You are a teacher who supports and develops your students to be lifelong learners. And the beautiful part is, the journey has only just begun. Thank you.
Thank you for those thoughtful words, Samantha. And I think in particular, the very last point that you made, graduating is the end of a phase, but the real journey has just begun as you take what you've learned, what you've developed, and take that out into your working life and your broader life. So thank you very much, and please join with me in thanking Samantha.
Congratulations, teachers.
O mia bambina caro, mi piace bello, bello,
Distinguished guests, please join me in expressing our appreciation to Ms. Angela Brewer for that superb performance. Angela is CEO and Artistic Director of Coast Opera Australia, so we're very lucky to have her join us. Please also join me in thanking our musicians on the organ, Heather Mowen-Boyd, and on the trumpet, Mr. Bruce Helmers. I'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank the representatives from our alumni community who selflessly devote their time, dedicate their efforts to coming today to help us organise and run these celebrations. So please, to our colleagues from the Alumni Society. Graduates, this ceremony is a rite of passage, but not, I hope, the end of your connection with this university. You are now part of a Macquarie family of alumni, a group of more than 200,000 people living in 140 countries across the world. We will keep in touch with you, and hopefully you with us, through our alumni program. Make sure you come back to the campus when you can, attend alumni events wherever they may be, and perhaps undertake more study. More importantly though, remember the responsibilities you now have as graduates. Continue the hard work that brought you here today. Set demanding goals for yourself, goals to better your community. Maintain your curiosity, sustain your passion, continue your pursuit of a better world. And all along, remember the people who helped you along the way. Some are here, and I acknowledge their support on your behalf. Graduates, I ask you to stand as is traditional at these ceremonies, to turn to thank the people behind you and to give them a round of applause in thanks. Now turn to the front and stay standing. With me on the dais are representatives of our academic staff, the people who have taught you, and I ask you to give them a round of applause too, and thanks. Finally, and this is the good bit, turn to one another and give yourselves a resounding round of applause because you deserve it. Well done. Please, graduates, be seated. Graduates of Macquarie University, on behalf of the staff and faculty of the university and of all of our continuing students and the broader Macquarie community, I again offer you my warmest congratulations. For all of you joining us here today, family and friends, I thank you on behalf of the entire Macquarie community, and particular on behalf of our graduates, for everything that you've done to support them and help them to get to this place. I'm now going to invite our newest graduates and their families and friends to join us on the portico out this side, through these doors, for refreshments. I'd invite all of you to enjoy our beautiful campus as you celebrate today. I hope it'll retain a special place in all of your memories over the years ahead. I'm now going to ask the audience to stand, please, and remain standing while the official party and the new graduates leave the hall. Thank you very much.